That black yo magic, 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 magic, black yo magic, that black yo magic, that black yo. Look at that black yo, hitting me with all of that melanin, hocus baby. Hitting me with all of that melanin, hocus baby. With all of that melanin, hocus baby. Got your pigment crazy and your shrinkage wavy. Yeah. That melanin. That melanin. That melanin.
Hey guys, so I am kind of going to be asking some natural, I'm going to be answering from some natural hair questions. And I get these questions a lot, if not daily. So, most of them I get on a daily. Some of them, I get every once in a while. And I just wanted to let you guys know the biggest question that I can answer, that I actually know about. Because there's some questions where people ask me and I'm just like, sis, I don't know. Because I don't. So I'm never going to lie. I'm never going to lie to you guys. Ever. Especially, I'm not going to be one of these YouTubers out here that give you very unrealistic ideas. Like, I'm not going to tell you, if you're 4C, yeah, you can just put water on your hair and it'll be totally fine. Those type of YouTubers disgust me. If you're not going to give real advice, why give advice at all? So I'm going to give you some real advice or things that work for me. Moisture. Like, I feel like that is the most important thing when you're first starting out as a new natural, or if you're noticing your hair is just dry and all the time it's just horrible. It's probably because your moisturizing isn't really moisturizing. So for me, I tried a couple different things. Because, I was relaxed for most of my life. So I was used to my hair being soft regardless of if I put oil in it today or something like that. And I used to just put oil in my hair every single day. Then I realized, oil is a sealant. And if you put oil in your hair while it's dry, you're sealing in the dryness. And I was being stupid and didn't know that until I actually started thinking about it. You got to process sometimes. So the biggest tip I can ever put out there is moisture. I said it weird a couple times, but moisture. So I use the LCO method. I used to use the LOC method, but I found that the LCO method works better. But I'm going to tell you about both. The LCO method is a leave-in conditioner. This is the one I use. I use very regular product. I don't go all out. That would be the L. The leave-in conditioner would be the L. And the leave-in conditioner always come first. No matter what order you do, the only time that the order's gonna change is if you do your cream and then the oil, or you do the oil then the cream. And like I said, I used to do the oil and the cream, which is the C before the L. And then I realized it just wasn't working for me. It might work for other people because I know people who it works for, but it just doesn't work for me. So if you're doing the LCO method, which I know a lot of people do, it would be your leave-in, then it would be your curling cream or moisturizing cream or whatever. Then you would go in, with your oil. Leave-in conditioner, cream, oil. And then the most common one, I guess, would be the leave-in conditioner, the oil, and then your cream. Now, when I'm just trying to moisturize my hair, let's say I'm doing a protective style, then I would go leave-in, some type of moisturizing cream, oil. But if I'm doing a braid out or a twist out, anything that's defining my curls, it's a something out, I do it. I do leave-in conditioner, oil, and then my cream, because my cream is more of a defining cream. It's not a moisturizing cream. So it all depends on what products you have. That's the biggest question that I see a lot is, how do you moisturize your hair? because I moisturize my hair, most of the time I wear my hair in braid outs. So I'll do my braid out Saturday, let it dry Sunday, take it out Monday, and wear my braid out. And during that week, I don't have to add oil in my hair. I don't have to spray it. It's moisturized to the point where I don't have to put anything in it until it's the next wash day. And that's what I like. I like easy maintenance. So, and if you want to see how I do my braid outs, there'll be a link in the description. Anyway, okay, that's moisture. Now the second thing that I would say to a newly natural, most of this stuff is going to be for people that are just starting out natural. So if you're like been natural for 5 years and you know all the beginnery stuff, this probably isn't the best video, but it's still, you know, good. Detangling. You want to properly detangle your hair. And I don't mean put water on it and go in with a rat tail comb and comb your hair. I hate when I see videos and they go in with this little bitty comb with a big old section of hair, and it really irks me. It really does, because it's damaging. And then they go in from the root. No, baby. No. You want to go in with a wide tooth comb. Get you one of these. You can find these anywhere. They're $1. You can get a shower comb, and it's basically the same thing. So when you're detangling, I'm gonna have a whole video on this because it's that important to me. You take a wide tooth comb, you section your hair, and depending on how you want to detangle it, it's how you section it. So I used to section it into 4, but now I'm taking more care of my crown area, so I section it into 5. I have one big old bun thing right here, then I have two, and I section like that. So don't ever go from the root. It's a bad example because that flat twist right there, but don't ever go in with the comb and just yank. No, get your section, and then you get your subsection. So don't try to so when I say I have 5 sections, you take this section out, then you separate into subsections, then you pin the rest of the section up, and you take the little subsection. I'm doing it over here because I always start with the side of my head. So, and you take it and you go from ends to roots. And if you want to have a painless detangling experience, do not go from the root of your hair to the tips. I don't care if your hair is this long. Well, I mean, if it's that long, it probably won't matter. But if your hair is like this long, and this is the root and this is the tip, hold it and start with the tips. I'm going to have a whole video on that because that's crucial. So that's another way to keep damage down. And when you're detangling, I would suggest anyways, so the spray bottle is for not one specific, but I use a spray bottle for like a lot of things. But the main reason I have a spray bottle is for detangling. And I just recently learned from another YouTuber, African Beauty. I'm her biggest freaking fan. Yes, I learned from her that if you warm the water up in your spray bottle for like 30 to 40 seconds when detangling, it becomes like warm water. And her science behind it was, when you condition your hair, you obviously condition your hair with cold water to close, I want to do the correct terminology, to close the hair strands or something. You don't know what I'm talking about, I think. Yeah, you want to close up those hair strands. But if you're trying to detangle and your hair is super dry, the reverse of closing it would be to use warm water. And I really never thought about that, because obviously if you keep your spray bottle like I do, it's room temperature. Unless your house is like super hot or super cold, it's going to be room temperature most of the time. So taking the time to warm it up for 30 seconds, and I don't mean put this in the microwave because you're going to ruin your spray bottle. Put it in like a bowl or a cup or something. Put it on 45 seconds, take it out, and then detangle. Because when you're putting warm water on your hair, it's opening up your hair strands. I'm still trying to find the word for it because the hair strands are not, I don't think that's the word. Your hair cuticles or something? I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Like I said, I don't know everything. You open up your hair strands. Let me just say hair strands. You open it up, and then to close them, you would use cold water. That's why you use cold water to condition. That's one of the tips that I would want to share. When you're detangling, please take those extra 45 seconds and warm the water up. Warm the water up. Okay? And start from tip to root. I got a whole video on that, so that's going to be somewhere in the description because that's crucial. The other one that I would say, I'm only going to do a few of these because this video is already getting kind of long. So, another thing is like hair typing. I know there's a lot of people who don't believe in hair typing. And like, I believe that all types of hair is good hair. So like, if your hair is 4C, sis, it's beautiful. Don't let those society tell you that your 4C hair is not beautiful because it is. I don't personally have it, but trust me, when you take care of 4C hair and you let it grow out, and it's so beautiful. But people don't let it. People think, oh, it's 4C hair, it's unmanageable, I can't do it. And they end up quitting before the hang time come in. Because when the hang time come in with 4C hair, it's beautiful. I'm not a big fan of hair typing, but I think it's something that a newly natural needs to know so they can act accordingly. So if I was a 4C and every YouTuber I saw had this loose curly texture and then my hair was just like thick, coily, not working out like that, and they're like, oh, spray some water on it and, you know, brush it back and it'll be fine. That's not gonna work for 4C people. So you need to, if you're trying to get your information from YouTube, sometimes I'll put like specifically 3C, 4A, or sometimes I'll put in 4C just because I have thicker hair, but I also do have looser curls. I have really, really thick hair, but my curls come out looser. And that's just what my hair decides to do. I just pretty much let my hair do what it's gonna do. So if you're looking for advice and that's actually gonna work for you, you need to know your hair type. And that's the only reason I think it's important, because if you want to get information about your hair to do it better, the first thing you really need to find out is your hair texture. You know? Because if you're 4C, you detangle so different from how somebody with 3A would detangle theirs. So that's the only reason I think it's important. And that's like one of the first key things in your hair. Then you would need to find out your porosity. And I don't really think your density is really that much of a big deal. I don't know mine's because it didn't seem that important, but I do know my porosity. It's normal. So an easy test is like put your hair in a cup of water. And I'm going to probably do that test on my channel somewhere. It's going to be a really short video because it's really not a hard process. But finding out your hair texture and your porosity will help you find products, help you find methods that'll work for your hair. So if you're 3A and you texture your hair and you find out that you're 3A, then instead of watching 4C tutorials that go through this long detangling process, you probably don't have to do that. You can go and you can look at a YouTuber that has your hair type and see what she does and what works for her. But throwing another thing out there, everything doesn't work for everybody. So there's sometimes I looked up, 3B, 3C, stuff, and like I'm like that would never work for my hair. So let me back up to the 4A, 4B, 4C. Because I have thicker hair. But my curls, when you define them, they come out in that S shape, not the little Z. And if you don't know what that means, that's a whole nother video, So, where was I at? Porosity and hair texture. Figure those things out. Do the test. Look at the charts with hair typing. Do that. Because it'll help you learn a lot about your hair. Because when you're natural, like I know when my hair needs a trim. And that's going to be a video coming up because I desperately need a trim. I know when my hair needs some moisture. I know when I need to detangle my hair. Like, I know my hair. And I know if my hair is going to work with me that day or if it's not. Like, there's some days where it's just like, oh, no, I ain't working with you, sis. You done made me mad. You put your bun too tight last night. And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to your puff. Don't try to force your hair to do what it's not wanting to do. Your hair, I look at as a spoiled child. You love it. You care for it, you know. Give it all these nice smelling products, and like sometimes it still acts up, then it's okay. When it does that, just gotta shrug your shoulders and go with it. Most of the time I just go with whatever my hair is doing. So usually I only wear my hair down like once a week, because like I don't really like wearing my hair down because it feels like I'm in that awkward length stage that when you pull down my hair, it goes like to right here, collarbone length. But like when I define my curls are all the way up here. So like that's kind of a thing where I'm just like, I feel like my hair is so short, so I don't want to wear it down all the time. But if I wake up, and another thing is frizz. I hate frizz when I'm wearing my hair down. So I usually only do like day one hair, I wear my hair down because like that's the thing. But if I wake up and it's day 2 and my hair isn't all frizzy and it's like, yes, sis, I'm going to work for you just for another day, I'm just like, cool. Slap some bobby pins in it whenever, like whatever I want to do to it, put it to the side, a little part, little mini buns. I just go with what my hair wants. That's because your hair talks to you. It really does. It's annoying sometimes, but it does. So listen to your hair because it's not going to lie to you. Okay, another common questions, and I'm getting these off the top of my head because like people ask me this, some of the stuff all the time, and I like see it so much, like, and people are so confused about it. I went over moisture, detangling, hair typing, and porosity. Okay, I want to go into actually becoming natural. Not even becoming natural, because honestly you was natural when you was born, so there's no becoming natural. Let me say going back to being natural. If your hair is relaxed, if you're transitioning, like defining your curls and, you know, dealing with 2 textures of hair is kind of hard. So if you want to, honestly and truly, if you want to go natural and you're completely relaxed, yes, I was interrupted. I had to do an errand for my mom. Anyways, for my last, you know, little tip, if you're transitioning and you feel like you don't want to let go of those ends, that you don't want to cut your hair, I'm gonna be a little emotional here. I couldn't even say that with a straight face. Oh, girl, just cut them off. Cut it off. Just cut it off. Because it'll save you a lot of time. How about this? I'm going to actually be emotional this time. It takes a lot of courage to take a big step like this. So, I don't want to just say just do it, because it's way more to it than that. But make sure you have everything ready. Like, have products that are for natural hair. Mentally prepare for the fact that you're going to actually have to start doing your hair now. There's some people that will relax that spend just as much time in their relaxed hair as their natural hair, which I don't know how, but some people do. So, I get it. I really get it. So, the road to healthy hair is within a pair of scissors. And now let me throw something out here. Hair damage when it comes to cutting your split ends or doing the big chop is, oh, you have to get hair shears. I mean, it is better to get hair shears, but if you don't want to go out and buy some hair shears and you just have regular scissors, I mean, don't use like the baby scissors. I hate when I see big chop videos and they have like baby scissors in there. Like, no, get some adult scissors. and just cut your hair. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to make your hair completely fall out. It's going to cause some damage, yes, but it depends on why you're cutting your hair. If you're cutting your hair for the big chop, it's already kind of damaged, so the road to recovery is near. If you're got a bunch of split ends and you just need to cut them off like I do, I'm just exposing myself. Just cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Do not, no. But like, I'm gonna invest in some hair shears because it's a better alternative than just regular scissors. It is. It is. But at the same time, if you can't find no hair shears, you was fine. You was fine. You are okay. Your hair is not going to fall out by the boatload. You are just going to have a little damage. And it's not even going to be noticeable damage. Because I cut my split ends with regular scissors. And if anything, after I cut them split ends, my hair was back to normal again. It was actually manageable. And I'm going to talk about split ends in a whole nother video. Because that is a whole nother video entirely. And this video is probably going to go up before that video. So I can't like link it in the description. So, watch for that. So if you think you have split ends and it's just horrible, watch that video. Anyway, I'm babbling. Bye-bye.